This morning, two more men have been charged in the alleged plot to attack the UFC event at the White House earlier this month. And we're learning more about the scope of what they're accused of plotting. According to a new criminal complaint, one of the suspects, William Lee Faulkner, wrote in a group chat about how he could rig drones with explosives and what explosives they should use for maximum damage. In early June, another suspect warned they had a week to get these drones, adding, quote, "It's been an effing bloodbath," and broadcast live. Faulkner responded they had 5 drones so far. He went on to say, the more drones, the better. Joining me now, CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson. First to you, when you look at this complaint, what are these new charges? What are prosecutors trying to prove here?
Yeah, so Sarah, good morning to you. So what's happening is prosecutors are gathering all types of evidence against anyone and everyone who could have potentially been involved. Really interesting how this developed, right? You have this 19-year-old who quits his job. He then goes and he's buying all this firearms and other equipment. His mother panics, gets the FBI, and they, of course, infiltrate the signal chat. Why is that relevant to your question? Because that allowed the FBI and Secret Service to determine what was the scope of this. And so when you ask about the other 2, I wouldn't be surprised if there's 2 more and then 2 more. Still early to tell, but the signal chat apparently had 23 people in it. And here was the essence of these charges, and the essence, I think, of the charges we'll see. It's about conspiracy. What does that mean? It means when 2 or more people enter into an agreement to engage in criminality. And there were really 3 parts to this plan. The first part was about these drones, to fly them in a specific location over this UFC event. That would then cause the crowd to scatter in the other direction. There would be one other means of getting out of there, and that's where the sniper attack would occur. And then the third part, where they would literally, they're alleged to have been, picking off people as they were leaving, high-level targets, and then they would storm the actual White House itself. And so the charges are predicated around this conspiracy to engage in this illegality, the possession of these weapons, the fact that they were getting these drones. Fortunately, didn't come close to being carried out, but that's what the charges are, and I think if there are future charges, they'll be predicated around that as well.
What is the line between, talking to one another and chatting and getting charged? Because obviously this didn't happen.
Yes. So there's 2 things that you're going to hear repeatedly. When you talk about conspiracy, it talks about what overt actions you've taken. What does that mean? An overt action, did I purchase equipment, right? Did I do other things that would have been deemed in furtherance of this conspiracy? When you hear about attempts and attempted murder and that type of thing that is being charged also, did you take a substantial enough step? So it's still developing. We'll see. And again, finally, these are only criminal complaints. There'll be an indictment before a grand jury. I presume more evidence will come out, but that's the critical question, Sarah, and that's what steps you take and how overt were they. Did you get to carry out this plot? How close did you get to carry it out? Fortunately, not close at all.
That's right. Joey Jackson, it is a pleasure. Thank you for coming in this morning. I appreciate you. John?